Hello, everybody. This is Osborne. It's been a while since I've put out a little video, but I just have a couple of things that I need to share with you guys. Um, Yesterday, last night, Saturday night, I did the Audacity, Osage County. This was a gravel ride put on by the people from Sound Pony and Triad Bank. I know all these people from Sound Pony. Been riding bikes with them for years. Sound Pony is like a bar that's a cycling museum. It has local cyclists, it has world champion cyclists, memorabilia. It has it's incredible. It's an incredible place if you love cycling. If you don't care for cycling, you probably won't enjoy Sound Pony. It's a good bar, but I'm not a bar guy, but I am a cycling guy. So, but anyway, they put on this gravel event. It was part of the route from the Osage Passage that I did back in, I think that was October of last year, when I got off course. Couldn't get back on course, but I wasn't lost. I was just off course. So this started downtown Tulsa, and then we rode out to the gravel section. I was going to be 70 miles. It was really hot at the start, and I picked some friends that I thought I'd ride with because I figured I could, hang on with them without a whole lot of trouble. Well, me and Blue Betsy, we showed up, basket and all. We got the Camelback on. We got food in it, because I bring my own food to these events. And it is, there is some support, but not a whole lot. So if you need something special, you need to bring it. And so I did. I'm a diva. I have to have certain stuff with me when I'm riding. So we take off, and for some reason, I cannot hold the wheels of my friends, and they just ride off. On the first big climb, they just ride off. And I'm working, and I'm like, just calm down, you're good, you're fine. I had my Wahoo. I had my GPS downloadable head unit for my bike, which I didn't have back in October, and I was off course, and I stayed off course. This year, I got it figured out. I had the maps downloaded before we started, and it took care of me because doing this ride, since feeling, I wasn't feeling like the beast that I think I am, and so I was off the bat. And it's one thing riding around off course in the daytime. That's quite another riding around off course at night. The ride started at 6 p.m. and finish time was anticipated midnight. So when we hit the gravel section, had some monster climbs, a lot of gravel, no big rocks, but this was really gravel. This is what I grew up on back in Idabel, Oklahoma. As a kid, you didn't have a gravel bike, you didn't have a mountain bike, you had a bike. If you had a 27-inch English Racer, you rode it on gravel. If you had a Western Flyer, you rode it on gravel. Whatever you had, you rode on the roads that you have because you're a kid and you just go ride your bike. And that's the beautiful thing, and that's the headspace I was in. I was very, very comfortable on gravel, but going down a hill at 30, with some loose gravel, yeah, it's just a little hairy, but I was like, hey, dude, this is what you used to do. So I wasn't going fast up the hills, so I had to go fast down the hills. It was a long day. I didn't properly fuel myself during the day. And I paid for it. I suffered on the ride. But the amazing thing was when it got dark, I had a light on my handlebars, and I also had one on my helmet. And they were very good lights, and they were all properly charged. I had a battery pack just in case. I learned a lot from October. Anyway, I was prepared for the night, uh, but I was mentally just wrestling with myself. Uh, dude, my butt hurts. The seat's not right. I was just everything. Just wasn't. I didn't have that smooth headspace that I like to get in. Especially when I'm suffering, is that you just forget about the suffering and just two pedal strokes will get me home. If I just keep doing two and two and two and two, and I'll eventually get there. So I'm riding, and I see it's in the dark. It's about 9:30, and I see some eyes looking at me from the side of the side of the trail or road or whatever you want to call it, the gravel road. And so I started yelling, "Hey, hey!" Because I'm the beast. I'm the beast out here, and I'm not gonna be intimidated. Well, it doesn't move, and as I get closer, it's about an 800 to 1,000 pound bull looking directly at me like, hey, this is my house. So I was tired and I was struggling, but I found some additional speed. I did pick up the pace. The bull didn't bother me. He just looked at me like, what is this idiot doing out here at 9:00 at 9:30 at night in my house? So I proceeded to exit his house as soon as I could. I get to the final rest stop, got 20 miles to go, and I see my friend Heidi, and I have my camel bag, and I have 2 bottles, and I'm filling up the bottles with Element, and I told her to fill up the camel bag. She said, you only got 20 miles. You need all this? I said, fill up the bottles, please. Fill up the camel bag. She said, but you only have 20 miles to go. I said, fill up the bottles, please. So when I finished, I had 0 water left. I had 0. Everything was gone. I put everything in me to finish that ride. We had from that spot, there was about 10 more miles of gravel, and then there was 10 miles of pavement into downtown, and that it probably took me an hour 45 minutes to do 10 miles. I mean, to do 20 miles. It was a rough day, and I kept asking myself, where is the beast mode? Where is what? Why am I not doing what I do? But sometimes the beast mode is just getting to the finish line. I could have quit and sag from that last rest stop, but it wasn't about sagging. It was about pushing into the darkness and seeing the beauty on the other side. So when I rolled up 400 block of North Main, and all the people were out partying, and they were cheering for the bike riders coming in. They couldn't see who I was, but when I got in the in the site, they could see the basket on Blue Betsy, and people started hollering Osborne. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice to finish that thing. It was a 6-hour limit. I had to be in by midnight. I think I made it in at 11, 55 or something. I wasn't the last person. Most of my friends probably finished at 4 hours, 4.5 hours. It didn't matter. I was there. They was there. They had all cleaned up, and they was, they're out there partying, and here I'm coming in. I got salt caked on me from head to toe, spent. But it was a great night on the bike. It was a great night on the bike. It took me way back to the childhood. It took me back to just enjoying what you do, One of the guys asked me, he said, man, why do you ride this bike? Blue Betsy is it is a Schwinn hybrid that's probably about 10 years old. You can pick it up at Walmart for like $250. I put a blue basket on it, and this is my niece gave me this bike. This is a girls hybrid, and so I'm the major tailor director in Tulsa, and a lot of people ask me, I try to recruit them for the club, and they said, I don't have a nice bike. I said, just come out and ride what you have. You know, if you come out and ride your bike, if you stay with it, you'll upgrade. But I can't ask you to come out and ride what you have if I'm not willing to ride what you have or something similar to what you have. So when I'm riding my bike, it doesn't matter if I'm on an expensive bike, a Blue Betsy. It's riding my bike. It's the wind in my hair. It's the sun on my face. It takes me back to a time when I didn't have a whole lot of things to worry about. You know, it's just fun. It's just peak living. It's okay. Sometimes we take stuff way too seriously. And the basket on Blue Betsy say, I'm real serious about what I'm doing, okay? I'm serious about having some fun. So I'm the Major Taylor director in Tulsa. If you're looking for somebody to ride with in Tulsa, if you don't have a real nice bike, I don't care. Just come out and ride your bike. Come out and hang out and let's do some riding. And we'll have some fun. We'll make some memories. We can push our boundaries. We can get out our comfort zone and just really get involved in the city, get involved in the cycling community of Tulsa, which is one of the best communities, cycling communities probably in the whole world. You know, very proud to be part of the cycling community in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, that's Osborne. That's what I got. Y'all take care. Stay salty, my friends.